Papa Brad's Gaming coming at you with a special iiRcadian show. What are your 5 favorite games that are on the iiRcade that were made in the 90s? We want you to post them in the comments. They don't have to be in order. We're going to use this list to determine what games we cover on the next iiRcadians Retro Show. For those of you that have not seen it before, it's going to be a once-a-month show where we only cover games that are retro from the 90s and earlier. Thank you for participating. Say hello to Dave. Dave, what have you been up to today?
So today I went to the Pittsburgh Arcade Collective Winter Coin-Up Classic at Pins
That's
Mechanical.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it was a tournament. It was a 90-minute frenzy. You were randomly paired with one of the other members, and they put you on one of these predetermined machines. There was Stargate, Fast Miss Pac-Man, Burger Time, Simpsons, Dig Dug, Tempest, Tetris, Super Mario Brothers, and
Yeah, this is live, Goofyfoot. We're live right now.
Yeah, and Donkey Kong.
And Donkey Kong. Awesome. So which games did you take the prize? Which games did you win out of those games? Those are some pretty hard games.
Yeah. So, and Burger Time, right?
Welcome to the stream, Carl.
I won my round in Burger Time, Miss Pac-Man, and Tempest.
Awesome.
And I lost twice in Dig Dug, and once in Frogger. Frogger was one too. I got obliterated in Frogger. It was pitiful.
Oh yeah, Frogger. Yeah, that can sneak up on you.
But
hey, give us a quick little tour of this place. What's the name of the place you're at?
The place is called Pins Mechanical, and
Pins Mechanical.
Pins Mechanical. It's a chain, and it's a barcade, so it's kind of loud here. So they have pinball, and then a bunch of video games, and bowling, right?
Yeah,
so
actually, it sounds fine to me. Look at that beautiful Robotron. Wow.
Oh, I know.
Robotron all over that. They got a Stargate.
Amazing.
I love Stargate.
And then
these are great.
So they have this game with
arcades. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love this one, Papa Brad. So this one, one for you, right? What is that?
Wow, classic Space Invaders. Is it projected? Does it have the moon back? Yep, sure does. First, I'm going to show some black and white footage. You can easily also switch to color. The thing that's great about this game is you can change between the different gels, backdrops, and bezels all on the fly. This is how you pay homage, how you pay respect to a classic game. This game was not rushed. This game was painstakingly made to really give the ultimate home Space Invaders experience. Someone who's played this game for my whole life, since I first played it in the Kmart, first arcade game I ever played, I know this game pretty well. And I can say that this plays basically as a high-definition version. My capture card doesn't really do this game justice. It's so sharp and clear. The sound is perfected. You know, the sound difference between the Mothership and the Space Invaders is EQ'd. It's balanced better. This is how you optimize a classic arcade game to get the best experience. Projected? Does it have the moon back? Yep, sure does. There you go.
And I played it. It plays so great. And then how about this one? This is a rare one. Omega Race.
Omega Race with a vector screen. Hey, see if you can zoom in on that background. Look how cool that is. It's like mirrored. That's a fun game. And we have the ColecoVision version, but the real arcade version is way better.
And the inside of it, it's hard to see, but the inside of it's almost like a black light almost. So it's like orange awesome. And fluorescent. Yeah, and they got like the Simpsons and track and field, and they have this right here. They have the 6-player.
Yeah, I love Omega Race too.
The 6-player X-Men.
The thing is a monster.
It is. It's huge. Like
that thing is a monster.
Like I can't even get it in the whole thing, right?
Look at that. That's awesome.
It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, and
Hey, just do a quick walk around. Let's see all the machines. Let's see what they got.
So
NBA.
NBA, yeah.
Stargate.
I can't see what I'm shooting, so.
You're doing good. You're doing great. You're doing great. It looks great on screen. Joust.
Yep, Tapper. And it's
Tapper
actually the
action.
Budweiser Tapper, right? It's not root
it's the
beer
Budweiser Tapper.
Yeah, there's a Midway Burger
Time. Ooh, I love Burger Time.
Yeah, Burger Time's fun.
Unveiled this arcade to North American arcades, besides popular games that were out like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. Data East's Deco cassette system was used to run this game. This game machine used cassette audio tapes to load the games. This allowed operators to switch out the games without having to get a whole new cabinet. Unfortunately, just like audio tapes, operators found out that these tapes wore out quickly. Burger Time was originally one of these Deco cassette tapes called Hamburger. When it came to America, it got renamed Burger Time. Data East abandoned the Deco cassette system shortly after its release, and by 1985, it was no longer being put out. They licensed the title Burger Time to Midway Bally. The game casts you as Peter Pepper, a hero who must construct gigantic burgers at the same time while avoiding the terrible villains, Mr. Hot Dog, Mr. Egg, and of course, Mr. Pickle. Enter the iiRcade with their version of Burger Time, which is the actual Deco cassette version of the arcade game. When it loads up, you even see the load up that you would get if you were actually using the real arcade cassette. Let's check out some iiRcade gameplay of the game Burger Time in action. One of the great things about the iiRcade is it does save all your high scores on the machine. And we are off.
You have Galaga, Fast Miss Pac-Man.
They're pretty busy.
Yeah, they're packed. It's Saturday. Super Pac-Man.
Super Pac-Man.
We got a Tetris.
Tempest with a real vector screen.
Yeah, and actually, Tempest is kind of weird because when you're playing two players, there's something up with it, and the screen collapses, and then it expands again when you go to actually play it. So it plays fine. It doesn't affect play. Yeah, the kid I got paired up with to do Tempest, he never played Tempest before, so.
Okay, so you got a good advantage there.
Yeah, but I coined in on one of the higher levels. Yeah, I coined in on one of the higher levels, so as soon as I completed it, he was never gonna. And then we got Turtles, and then over here, I think we'll get to maybe The Simpsons, and then that's kind of like the walkthrough, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Looks like a cool place to have a beer and play some games, huh?
Yeah, I think they might have food as well. Oh no, wait, they don't have food. You can bring in your own food.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was like $10 for the entry. There was a trophy. The guy that won the trophy went 6-0, right?
Okay.
And he's this guy. From what I understand, he's a Donkey Kong player, and he's like 60th in the world or some crap like that.
He's in the top 100 players in the world in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and actually Donkey Kong is one of the games that someone got paired with him to play Donkey Kong.
Oh my goodness! It's like game over. Game over. Yeah. You could probably just leave. He could probably play Donkey Kong almost the whole time that the thing's going on, huh?
I think the guy just looked at him and was like, "Nope, I forfeit."
Nope. Yeah.
So that was that's that, right? And that's what I did today.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So,
what this stream is really about is we've asked some people in the community to tell us what games from the 90s they like from iiRcade.
All right.
And what I had some people they texted me back and they said, well, how do I even know what games came from the 90s? And I found a really cool resource that I wanted to share with the community. And we're going to use whatever games people post in the feedback off of this video to produce the next show that we do, the 90s show. And so I wanted to just share this resource real quick with the iiRcade community. The resource I want to share is called iiR Browser. And this resource allows you to search everything that's on iiRcade. And it's just iiRbrowser.com. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit of an amateur with the multiple screens, but I have multiple screens to do this. So, and it shows every game. So I did a search for every game that was between 1990 to 1999. And how many games do you think iiRcade has right now just in the 90s? I was surprised it was this many. Like, if you were to guess, like, how many games do you think they would have?
80?
103 games.
I wasn't too far off.
103 games. Yeah, it was a pretty good guess, but I was surprised they had that many. So let's just discuss some of the games real quick. Let's look at the first page. Let's see what we got. The first page, we got 64th Street Detective Story, Alien Storm, Alligator Hunt. Let's just the ones that we think might be people might pick. Arabian Magic, Andros
Arabian Magic's fun.
Yeah, it is good. Bloodstorm was in 1994. Blood Brothers, 1990. Dark Seal, either 1 or 2, 1990 and 1992. There's 25 on a page, and there's 4 pages, and then there's 3 on the last page. So, Psy Battler, page 2. These are all the 90s games for people that wanted to know. You've got, on this page, you've got Double Dragon 3, Dogyun, Dragon's Lair 2. I don't think that date on Dragon's Lair is right. Gunforce 2. Gunforce is 1991. Gunforce 2 is interesting. It was created by the people that made the Metal Slug series. So the same developers that made Metal Slug made that game, and also In the Hunt on this page. Heavy Smash is in there. Some people might pick that.
In the Hunt's a great game.
It is a great game. You've got let's look on page 3. Some games that people might pick for the top. And here's the deal. In the comments, I don't care about the order. Just pick your top 5. The order doesn't matter at all. So just pick your top 5 in any order and just leave a comment. And if I've messaged you, you can message me directly, and we'll put that into the feedback for the show too. On this one, we have Karnov's Revenge, Knuckle Bash, Magical Drop Series, Mug Smashers, Mania Challenge, Neo Drift Out, Outzone, R-Type Leo. R-Type Leo was 1992, so it's in there. Secret Agent, Shadow Force, on page 4. We got Snow Bros, Snow Bros 2, Stormblade, Strikers 1945 or 1945 plus, The Cliffhanger, Combat Tribes, The Game Paradise, Truxton 2, there you go, and Vimana, another shooter. And then the last page, we have Warrior Blade Rastan Saga Episode 3, that was 1991, so you can pick that. Windjammers and World Rally 2. So I'm just going to scroll through these one more time for people that wanted to know what games were in the 90s. Some people asked me. I didn't want to send out a bunch of emails, but there's first page, second page. We're using the iiR browser, which is a free browser that sorts all the iiRcade games. You can sort them by year. Page 3, page 4, and page 5. And I want to show you something cool about this too. Every single one of these tabs, it expands. Like Alien Storm, if I click on that, watch what happens. I get all this information. I get the video, I get screenshots. Very cool. Very cool resource if you're into iiRcade. It tells me if it uses an 8-way or 4-way joystick. It tells me if it has leaderboards. It tells me if there's online multiplayer. It tells me the date it was added to the iiRcade store, and it tells me the price. So it's pretty cool. It's a good resource for people that like iiRcade. And because I didn't even know how I was going to figure out which games came from which year. You know, that was a good question. And you can use this resource. iiR browser. Let me go back to the first page when you go to it. So that's what it looks like when you pull up to the page. And you can do all kinds of searches.
Now, do you know who put that together?
I don't know, but it's fantastic. Jeff told me about it. I was like, how am I going to figure out all the games? And Jeff told me about it. I never even knew this existed. It's fantastic, I think. And iiR browser, check it out if you're a fan of iiRcade. So what you got going on? You've been playing games all day long, haven't you?
Yeah, I got to probably bounce
you gamed out?
My kid.
Yeah,
I'm never gamed out, but
you never gamed out.
Sometimes you got responsibilities you got to take care of, right?
I know, Punk Rock Dave, you are legit. Thanks for coming on and doing this quick little mini pop-up stream with me. For people that have not watched, there is the iiRcade Retro Show number 2. We had Tim's Tiny Arcade on. It's a fantastic show. You can check it out, and we thank you for watching. Let me see if we got any comments. Normally I'll stream by myself. Yep. Thank you so much, Goofy Foot, for being here. Thank you, Carl O. For people that I sent messages to, you can either message me back or just anyway. I would like just the community to just put their favorite 5 into the comments, and we're going to take that all into account before we finish the show. I've been working on it. I've got a lot of the commercials already done. Got a lot of the nostalgia stuff ready to go. So now we're just going to do the iiRcade games, and we're gold. Probably about the middle of the month.
Sounds good.
Okay, let me roll us out then. Oh, I did want to remind people too that the iiR browser, and I did want to remind people that we do have a Facebook page for the iiRcadians. Believe it or not, we have a Facebook page, and it's a really good page. And there's no trolls in there yet, and it's a lot of fun. So if you get a chance, come join our Facebook page. It's a pretty awesome Facebook page. Thanks for watching. Smash that thumbs up. And that's it. Dave, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, man.
And
who is this guy? Is this Papa Brad's Gaming from the iiRcadians? What's up, Papa Brad?
Happening? Good to see you. If you
Papa Brad's legit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Why don't
Hi!
Those are so loud. All right.
Jog, everyone say hi to Jog. What's up, man?
Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining today. Papa Brad's legit.
Anyway, hey, that's it. We're out of here.